Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, March 6, 2018, and it's time to go to work on music. It's mostly been a good day. I'm in a good place. I'm excited for a productive session. I'm still fighting off this sort of, I guess, I'm not sure what to call it, sort of like a sore throat, kind of just sucking my energy kind of thing. Kind of like a really small cold, but I'm not that stuffed up. It's just kind of like a respiratory thing. So, I'm actually kind of feeling a little worse than I was yesterday when I got here. I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. But I'm just gonna do a light session, get a little bit of work in. I got some extra sleep in last night, that helped. And I'm just gonna take it super easy and try to heal up so I can get back on the horse for the rest of this month. Gonna hit some online classes, spend a little extra time there just to give myself some nice rest time. Possibly hit a light drum practice. I'll see how I'm feeling. Then going to possibly listen back to the drum takes I did a couple days ago. And then I'm going to take a breather and then just rest, get some more production knowledge, more online classes, take it super easy, relax, and then possibly do a little bit of work on the new tune. I'll just see how I'm feeling. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions as we go, and I'll update you guys in a few with what I accomplish. Let's do it.
And you were chasing the Polaroid over and over and over again. So on some level, to have it digital now, and you're shooting, and maybe you're checking it, but you have it at the same time. I think it's better not to look at it so much. I think it is kind of rude. I actually got to the point where I just go, oh, and then I go and I show the subject at the same time because I feel like they should know what you're looking at.
On the online class front, finished the Savvy Musician Academy ebook. That was just a little conclusion about, it is really possible to make a living doing what you love from home without touring, and honestly, that's my dream right now. Not that I don't want to perform live, but just that live performance would be icing on the cake, and I could have a stream of income that basically validates me as an artist that people actually want to hear, and number two, gives me the resources to continue to grow and get better and just make the best art that I'm capable of making. Um, so that was inspirational and always great to be reminded, like, right, this, I'm taking a class from a person who's doing exactly pretty much what I want to do. So now's the time to go back, start filling in all those blanks, putting them into action, and actually doing all the things in the class, and going through the album release cycle and making it my own, doing it my own way. So that's exciting. Um, and a big milestone. I've been working on that class for like a year, maybe more. And then I got into the Steph Curry Master class. That was just a tip about being your own fiercest opponent and challenging yourself to be the best you possibly can be, and then you really don't have to worry about any real opponent, which I think is interesting. Got into the Annie Leibovitz class, a little bit about working with your subject, which was interesting. She was like, I don't really feel it's my job to put subjects at ease, and like a little bit of tension's okay. It's really all about how the person wants to convey themselves in the photograph, which I thought was an interesting take. And then got deeper into the Rick Rubin podcast with Tim Ferriss I've been listening to the last couple days, which is excellent, and just getting some insights into his process, which is all about listening to artists and just reflecting back to them, things they might not have really known about themselves, even though they had the thought themselves, and just encouraging them to do their best possible work that they can be. A big part of that was being okay being polarizing and like really taking the artist's unique, potent like individualism as an artist and really like bringing that to the forefront, really giving the artist space to discover their true selves and how he believes that's really where the best art comes from. And talk about validation. I mean, that guy has made more hit records than seemingly almost anyone. So that's a really cool thought that I'm going to let germinate in my mind and really be at the core of the rest of the work I do on this project. Had some food, rested a bit, did some more camera research, watched some more vlogs of people whose imagery I kind of like, and I realized, like, even though these guys use really expensive cameras, their imagery is just okay. And I think that's because it's a vlog. Like, they're not controlling the lighting necessarily. They're not always thinking about great lighting. You know, that's just, the lighting just kind of is what it is in the room. And that kind of made me realize, like, you know what, I probably don't need anything fancy. And then I started thinking, like, well, what are some music videos I like? Let me watch the cameras they use. And I watched some videos that have sort of over-the-top production, and I'm like, I don't know if this is really my style. And then I watched some that were really stripped down, and it turns out one of them that I really liked was just all GoPros. It was just like 9 GoPros with the student in a room. And I was like, dang, this actually looks really good. And a lot of it was just having good light, good studio light in the room. It wasn't daylight, but the halogen bulbs were sort of similar to daylight, which was good for the GoPros. So that was interesting. Definitely something I'm going to reflect on and just experiment with. But I might just get like a mid-level or entry-level DSLR that seems good or has good ratings, and then just start taking pictures with that and not spend a ton of money, so that I can just develop an opinion about what I like, what I need, what I don't, and just spend the right amount for the right gear, if that makes sense. Because I just don't think I really need. It would be awesome to have like a $3,000 camera and like a $2,000 lens, but at the end of the day, like, $5,000 is a ton of money to spend on something like that. And yeah, I'm going for professional results, but like, for where I am right now in my career, you know, pre significant revenue, I just don't know if that's a worthwhile investment of resources. Like, there's so much more I could do with that to improve my signal chain and my production knowledge and like classes I could take. So I just want to be wise about how I invest. And yeah, I don't want to get something I'm not going to use, but I figure if I get a reasonably priced, you know, entry level camera that's good, you know, I can have that forever, and that can be a backup camera or a B-roll camera, you know, much like I'll do with the GoPros these days. So yeah, I'll just think about that, and as I learn more about video editing and storytelling, that'll hopefully help me. And then that was pretty much the whole session. So I edited yesterday's video, and I've just been really feeling it today, guys. Today's the worst of this sickness. I think I feel worse than I did yesterday. Definitely worse than the first day. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I just need to take a full day off or something and rest. But felt like the right thing to come in today and just take it easy. So I'll let you guys know what I decide. I might end up losing a couple days, which sucks, but I'll just do my best. And you know, Rick Rubin was really talking about like advice he would give to his younger self, and he's like, yeah, go for perfectionism. Like, that's fine to push yourself to make things the best they can be, but it's okay not to be like crazy hard on yourself throughout that process and be angry at yourself for, you know, not realizing something or making a mistake or something. And like, I'm trying to find the appropriate level of being like, you know, setting the bar high, not letting myself off the hook if I don't deliver, but also like being compassionate with myself and realizing like I don't expect myself to do something perfectly the very first time that I've done it, and there is going to be a learning curve, and like that's okay, you know. So patience, basically. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process. That's what I'm out here doing, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more. Can't wait.